Better to be mad than sad. Better to laugh than cry. Turn everything into comedy, and I do mean that. But you have to know how to do it. You have to have a good critical mind to be able to do that. Don't do it like a fool. You have to know what you're doing. And you have to know who you are. You have to know what questions to ask of yourself. And you can't be in denial. A man that has pride is a fool. A man who won't know himself is a fool. A man who doesn't listen to what others say about him, I call it the proximus. I call it the phenotype, which is how others are treating you in a public way, in a public situation, doesn't pay attention. That's a fool. Pride is a fool. Better to make comedy than tragedy. But the tragedy always has to be in the background. Otherwise, you're an idiot. You just make comedy and you're a jackass out there. And you got to know who you are. You got to know who the hell you are, and you got to know what questions to ask yourself. You got to know how to prosecute yourself effectively. You got to be your most ruthless prosecutor. And I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from experience. You're not looking at a second-rate thinker here. You're looking at a first-class thinker, critical thinker. I know it's not popular today, radical right. Critical thinker. I'm not a linear thinker. I'm a linear thinker when I have to be, logically, black and white. But I think and I watch and peruse in the gray areas. I'm able to change perspectives. And when I talk to anybody, I go for a communication. I don't always get it. I get a bunch of slop in return. But I fight like hell to get a good communication. Very rare, very tough. And I am the last man standing. I will never terminate a communication. If you talk to me, I'm never the one to end it. Because if you have something more you want to tell me, I will never disrespect anybody by interrupting them when they're talking. You get right back to what you have to say. I'll help you make your point, even if you're critical about me. I want to hear it. However you want to come at me, you want to come at me with discourtesy, mockery? Come on, bring it on. I'm not afraid of that. That's the attitude. I've got some alien material on me. I'm made of alien material. That's all. Thick skin. You gotta be. I'm only 5'2½", and as you can see, I have a big fat moon face. Fleshy face. I look like E.T. Been critical. I'm called a midget, a dwarf. That's all. Ridiculed and mocked. That's all. Do I know what I'm talking about? Hell yes. Do I have credibility? Hell yes. Hell yes. My life, my studies down through the year is my credentials. I'm just a mister. And I don't come in on my high horse. I don't come in on my high horse. I don't talk to you and then smuggle in a sermon behind that. Smuggle in some ethics of morality guaranteed by your God? Whoever your God, fuck you, I tell you. I've got my God too against your God. And what the hell do you think about that? You gotta push back. You gotta push back. Never let anybody get away with anything is my motto. You gotta push back and push back now. Tomorrow it's too late. Guard the moment with your life. Everything that's of any value and any importance is in the moment. It never comes back again. I found that out. Never let anybody get away with anything. Push back right then and there. And I always tell somebody like me, a short man like me, build your body, my friend. Build your body. Drive iron and do everything. Develop your grip, the power in your grip. Hit the heavy, work out, punch hard. Have brute strength is the most important thing to me. Brute strength is everything. No fear out there. And usually the fear that gets everybody down is the fear of being hurt physically. It always reduces itself down to that. Why didn't you fight back? Why did you? I was afraid he'd hurt me. What if he hits me? What if he hits me? What if he'll hurt me? Better to cower. Better to crawl away like a cockroach. Better than Genuflect. At least maybe they'll leave me alone. They're going to mock the hell out of me, though. Out on that street, that type of behavior calls for the game of the dozens, mocking and ridiculing of the worst fashion. The bullies come out of everywhere. But not only the bullies. Your own, the people you trusted, are the ones who will mock you behind your back and instigate the bullies so they can get in with the bullies. Why do they want to get in with the bullies? The bullies are getting all the women. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Anybody can follow what the hell I'm talking about. I'll tell you why. Because when you come to me, I'll power through the fog. I'll power right through it. When you talk to me, you will know I'm listening to you 100% of the way, empathizing. But I don't get involved in nauseating sentimentality. I don't get involved in that. I don't get involved in soap opera. Take that somewhere else. I live in a real tough, hard world. Tough, hard. Everything has to be street smart. Tested right there in the street. And you always say to a man, I'm from Missouri. Don't tell me nothing. Show me, then do it. You're talking so much, do it. Let's see what happens. And do it when I push back on you. Give me a chance to push back on you, and we'll see how you handle yourself and how you hold up. And believe me what I'm saying here, I back up all the way, or I wouldn't say it.